Ο κ. Ιωζέλ μας έκανε μια συνολική ανάλυση της εσωτερικής και της εξωτερικής πολιτικής στην Τουρκία. Τα δύο βασικά σημεία, το ένα η σημασία των εκλογών και οι έδρες που θα πάρει το κυβερνών κόμμα, εκτός από και αν θα μπορέσει ο κ. Ερντογάν να περάσει μόνος του τη συνταγματική μεταρρύθμιση, ότι αυτό είναι παραλυτά, ακόμη και τη μετάβαση σε ένα προεδρικό σύστημα που στο μέλλον θα δει πρόεδρο τον ίδιο και τις εντάσεις που θα μπορούσε αυτό να δημιουργήσει. Ο κ. Ιωζέλ είπε ότι θα ήταν καλύτερο να έχει μια ευρύτερη συνένεση. Δεν είναι ζητούμενο μόνο εδώ, φαίνεται, είναι και στην γειτονική χώρα. Και μας ανέλησε τις επιπτώσεις και τις αλλαγές που επιφέρει η αραβική άνοιξη στην εξωτερική πολιτική της Τουρκίας και σε σχέση με τις γειτονικές της χώρες, αλλά θα είχε ενδιαφέρον και σε σχέση με το κουρδικό πρόβλημα, που θα αναδειχθεί και ως νούμερο ένα πρόβλημα μετά την επομένη των εκλογών. Και αισιόδοξο πολύ για τα ελληνοκριτικά, πως εφόσον υπάρχει πολιτική βούληση και εφόσον ήταν κυρίαρχος το παιχνίδι ο κ. Ερντογάν, μια πολύ λογικότερη αντιπολίτευση που δεν θα θέλει ένταση, μπορεί να δούμε τα θέματα στο Αιγαίο να λύνονται. Ας το ελπίσουμε, κ. Ζέλ. Τώρα θα δώσω το λόγο στον κύριο ASAF, καθηγητή Οικονομικών στο Πανεπιστήμιο Bilgi προς το Δημοκρατία.
Crisis 10 years ago, and the lessons maybe that can be drawn from it, but then I thought maybe no, that's not a good idea, and then obviously I'll keep that in mind, but to present a general overview of the Turkish economy in the brief time frame that we have. I have a longer version of the presentation. More details, which is available if you send me an email. I'll for you. No doubt about it. It's been Turkey. The last 10 years have been, successful years for Turkey, and important transformation almost has happened. You can call it a great transformation. Two anchors were important in this. One is obviously the European Union, although we're not a member, it supplied a roadmap. The other one was, despite its shortcomings, I know you have problems with it now, there was the IMF. We also have problems with the IMF, but nevertheless it does supply a roadmap. I want to underline the one thing, roadmaps are one thing, but you also need the will of the driver. If you speak of a driver who wants to go somewhere else, the best roadmap. If he doesn't want to go there, he won't go there. So this is what I call local constituency. It's very important. Turkey undertook reforms, not because of the European Union, nor because of the IMF. They just supplied the roadmap. They strengthened the hands of the local reformist forces. You got to have people who want reform at home. Then the roadmap is up. A roadmap will give them, will strengthen their hand. They'll try to convince those who are against reform that that's right the way to go. But if nobody wants to reform at home, the roadmaps are absolutely no good. It's like giving a roadmap blind. This is something to remember. It's the puzzles in Turkey. There are many of them, but the one I like is one is political, that one is economical, is the fact that this transformation which was fundamentally pro-market, pro-West, pro-globalization, pro-democracy, was undertaken by a most unexpected political actor in Turkish society. We would have expected this transformation to be undertaken by the secular, westernized-looking miniskirts, elites, establishment, and not the Islamist, new potential establishment, and the opposite happened. The old Islamists became pro-market, pro-democracy, and the moderns became pro-dictatorship, pro-military intervention, and against globalization and pro-self-sufficiency and whatnot. That's an interesting puzzle. I'm not going to solve it, but I'll just throw open the idea we might get some clues about further reforming Greece from that. The other sort of little puzzle that I find very interesting is that all throughout the 2003, 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to the financial crisis, Turkey was in a standby agreement with the IMF, most unnecessarily. And then, as the world crisis happened, Turkey walked out of the deal with the IMF. It's very funny that when everybody was going to the IMF, we walk out. When nobody's at the IMF, for a while, Turkey was the only country paying for the salaries of the IMF staff. That was the only country with an IMF agreement. Solly has also mentioned, and I presume you know some of the figures, 70-odd million people, about $700 billion GDP, and current exchange rates, $10,000 per capita, $50,000 per capita on a person population basis, which takes into over $1 trillion economy as a size. There's the Islamic side, the Muslim democracy, relative development levels of the institutions, young population, very dynamic. Turks like to take risks, very entrepreneurial culture. Labor markets are very flexible, especially if you include the informal markets and like that. The low end is obviously important too. The banking sector, which is because of the crisis in 2000, in 1990s and early 2000, now is well capitalized, problems in health, etc. And very low public debt. Fantastic for public finances, although what do you do with that? Long term, it's just one slide. It compares, as a percentage of US GDP per capita, 3 countries. One successful country, that's Korea. You know how it rises from 1950 to 2000. One failure, which is Argentina, you see how it falls. And one, Turkey. Neither a success nor a failure. It just stays where it is. So, the second half of the 20th century, Turkey was not a success story, clearly. It was not a failure either. It was something in between. It's worth remembering. It's worth remembering. Now, I'm not touching it, but things have changed after 2000. This mediocre performance were greatly improved. Here you have Turkish growth rates and Euro region growth rates. I think the graph is self-explanatory. You don't have to, I don't have to say anything about it. Turkey is growing at a much faster rate than Europe on the average, than the Eurozone. So we seem to have broken this sort of mediocre performance and moved into a higher growth rate performance in the 2000s. That's what I meant also about the